Hey everybody, this is Jason from Sneakerheads MTL, and today I bring you episode 3 of Soul Session. In this episode we talk to my good friend Matthew Fernandez. He has an excellent collection with an even better story behind it. So let's go check it out, and I hope you all enjoy.
So I got into shoes way back in the days, probably early 90s. You know, I'm a sports fan, so obviously everything that my idols were wearing, that struck me as something that I probably eventually wanted to pick up. But I was a kid back then. I didn't have the funds necessary to do it. So watching the games on TV, for me it was Sean Kemp. It was the greats, Vince Carter even. Everybody loved the Shocks when they came out, and the works. So. Just watching TV, watching my favorite teams play, my favorite players play. Obviously, Jordan was an animal. So, that was definitely what actually got me into the game. Moving forward, getting together, playing organized sports. I remember playing basketball back in the day, and everybody had the shoes that of the moment, and they were great. They were spectacular, very eye-catching. So I mean, it sticks with you. I went for a Montreal Canadiens game in New York City, Madison Square Garden. Shortly after, they were having the release of the Pure Foamposites, so I broke away from my family and decided to go and wait out in line with the rest of them. And in the States, for when you're camping for sneakers, I mean, despite what you're hearing with all the violence and stuff, I mean, there's a lot of passionate guys in that line. There's a lot of guys who know what they're talking about, and very entertaining. I had a very entertaining time, and I mean, you would think, waiting, all that time in line for a pair of shoes. I mean, you must be out of your mind. But I mean, it just kind of felt like a hangout. I mean, complete strangers can bond over, any kind of shoe. So I mean, if you're waiting for something, and you have a few hours to kill, why not talk to the guy behind you or in front of you? So, I actually, we were fortunate enough to grab my pair, but tensions were running high. Obviously, it wasn't without incident. Only a few people got stomped out, but that's comes with the territory. When Foot Locker decided to stop doing their pre-orders, you find out real quick how tough it might be to obtain a sneaker, and you start to see who the sneakerheads are, right? And in Montreal. With our climate and stuff, obviously, with sneakers releasing every other day, it's not entirely the best thing to do is to go, wait overnight. It could be life-threatening, but you know what? They stopped doing the pre-release, and you start seeing the same faces over and over again. And, these guys that come out and they know what they're talking about, and you guys share interests. And we can do it without the violence, right? Because I mean, I haven't seen anything turn hostile as of yet, and we've had some serious releases in the past, Yeezys and Galaxies and stuff, and we know what happened in the States. So I mean, I think that we're definitely re-embody what the sneaker culture is and what it stands for. But I mean, at the same time, we're also taking that alternate route, and you're seeing a lot the resellers, as of late. Craigslisters, I mean, it's very apparent that there are some people out there who aren't in it for the shoes, and who want to make a quick buck out of it. So they're drying up the inventories, and it's making it harder for some of the actual the heads that actually want to rock it and wear it and stuff, instead of just use it as an investment. So we're coming a long way. There are some guys that I've seen that are amazing, Toddy and Jason, even yourself. I mean, you're pretty big. You've always been very big in the sneaker scene. But I think that now with when people actually have to go out and hunt and get a particular pair, strategies need to be developed. Still, I mean, it's still it's similar all over the place, right? I mean, it's eat or be eaten, or pay that reseller fee, and people do their homework here. So. It's refreshing to see, and you don't feel as as ridiculous, game planning way ahead of time to get a particular pair, considering that there's going to be some people there, a bit some releases. My Nike SB Red Devils. I picked these up in Miami when they released a few years back. I'm a big Manchester United fan, so I mean, for Nike to actually pay homage to them through and it's especially in an SB line. I mean, you don't expect it because they they don't really do too many sports teams, but the Red Devils were represented correct with this shoe. So I mean, I had to snatch it up. I couldn't find them local, and I just so happened to be going to Miami when they released. So I picked these up, and they just happen to be the last size. So do the swap on the red laces, and that's it. And Fergie and the boys take the pitch. My brother actually took a trip to Florida way back in the days, and he knew that I was starting to pick up shoes, and he didn't have to do it, but he decided to go out, cop a pair from Foot Locker, and then he wasn't too hard to find an airbrusher at the time because I mean it was the trend, but it was a very nice gesture. Put my name across the shoe. I wasn't expecting much, maybe a keychain. Nobody ever expects loved ones to bring back, especially something that you're actually interested in when they go on vacation. So for him to come back with a pair of shoes, with my name airbrushed across the side, I mean it was amazing. I can't bring myself to wear these. I mean, not that it's too tacky or anything. It's just that I would never want this to crack or anything. I mean, it means a lot. I mean, it was one of the actual pairs that actually sort of amplified my love for the sneaker game. The last shots. Now, I mean, these released, a few years back, and they were around Christmas time too. So I mean, money gets tight around Christmas. You try to shell out for your loved ones and get them the gifts that they want and stuff. And then you see the shoes too, especially as a sneaker fiend. I mean, you're always perusing through Foot Lockers and what have you, especially when you're out shopping. So I passed on the shoe many times, and I said, I probably shouldn't. So my girlfriend and actually one of my good friends pooled their money and actually got me the last pair of size 12s. While I was shopping with them, but unbeknownst to me. So I mean, it meant a lot. It is my AirTech challenge. Now these were actually I was lucky enough to get a DS pair on eBay on the low. I mean, people when this shoe released, it wasn't too, nobody really wanted them, and they hit clearance racks and stuff, and now I mean inflation picks up, and all of a sudden these shoes are going for over 200, 300 bucks. So I mean I picked up a pair DS and had a local Montreal designer actually create the lace lock. That's Prez One. He actually did a few actual custom lace locks for me, but I love this shoe. I love the colorway. I love all the influence, Tinker and the works. I mean, it's an amazing shoe. It's definitely eye-catching. So this is one of my favorites, and it's actually a super comfortable shoe to wear. But this is in my rotation. So this is actually this gets a lot of wears. So I gotta keep them clean. The next shoe is my Kamikaze All Stars. Now the Kamikazes, Sean Kemp, he was actually a maniac, and the shoes that he was wearing, I mean, they were ridiculous. I mean, in comparison to Jordan and all the other athletes that are putting out their signatures. He actually put out a pretty solid collaboration with Reebok, and this is iconic to me. I mean, the All-Star game, snatching rebounds and dunking. I mean, it's it's hard to miss these shoes. So I mean, when these actually re-released this year, I had to jump on them before they sold out, and I was fortunate enough to catch them online. So these are definitely special to me because Kemp is one of my all-time favorites. The next shoe, I mean, I have to talk about it because these are super recent. I mean, I picked these up today. Now I don't know what that says about me, but there's all kinds of shoes behind me. But Kill Bill, let me just tell you, Kill Bill is one of my favorite movies. Pittsburgh Steelers, my favorite football team. Yellow, one of my favorite colors. I mean, it was a natural selection for me. On top of that, the Gel Sagas, these are actually my favorite model of Asics. Asics are actually my more preferred shoe brand. Linen 10s, whatever you want to call them. These were sick. I mean, I had to get these, and I got these for the astonishing price of $100, brand new. You know, people didn't know what they have. You know, they didn't know whether the 10 would be popular, you know, later on down the line. And I mean, you know, it was a great shoe. I love the 10. I think it's one of the more comfortable Jordans to wear aside from the 3s and the 4s. But you know, in this particular colorway, I mean, you know, we're used to the blacks and, you know, the steels, and you know, if you were lucky to get the city pack, you know, you have a good selection of 10s. But I mean, one that was overlooked was the khakis. I mean, I love these. These definitely get some wears. I mean, really hard to keep clean, but I mean, still a great shoe. Going back to Gary for Prez One, he actually created custom lace locks for me. Now, if you're a fan of Do the Right Thing, you know exactly what's happening on the lace locks there. I mean, you got Bugging Out, and you know, you got the colors. I mean, it's an awesome sort of homage to the film, and you know, if you see that intro and you're a sneakerhead, I mean, you laugh and cringe at the same time. So, you know, I had to do it. You know, call me tacky, call me whatever, but you know, I have to set my 4s apart. Everybody wears them, but great shoes. Some M4s. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, I know a lot of people have them. Treat them well. Treat them with respect. This Safari Air Max 1. I mean, you can't go wrong. Got these on the low, you know, local sneakerhead in Montreal that was trying to get rid of these. You know, I really love these shoes. I think there's a lot of good detail that went into this, and you know, the Air Max 1 is also a very classic sneaker. So I mean, for me to be able to come across a pair of these, you know, in dead stock condition, you know, love them, you know, wear them. So. You know, this is definitely, you know, I love this Safari pattern, and you know, I like the color blocking. So I mean, it's this was a natural pickup for me. I mean, these, honestly, there wasn't much thought that went into it. It was an automatic buy for me. Finally, can't go wrong with the Flight 96s. These I put a lot of tender love and care into. I brought these back from the dead, you know, eBay sellers, letting them go for, you know, super cheap, and you know, you get it with blood stains and, you know, paint all over it and stuff, and you know, you just shake your head. But you know, if the passion inspires you, you know, you bring these back to a condition which you feel would give them some respect. So I mean, I did that with this pair, and you know, this is a pair I tried to get for a long time, and I couldn't find a good enough price for them. And you know, to pick them up for you know, $50 and some change, and you know, put in maybe 2-3 hours of work. I mean, you know, I got you know, I put another 20 years into this shoe. So I'm very happy that I have these, and these are alive.
So there you go. That was my friend Matthew's collection. He's got a great collection. I'd like to thank him for letting us come through and talk to him about it. He's got some great stories about how he acquired some of his kicks, and the stories behind why he chose to have some of those kicks. So again, thank you, Matt. Don't forget to add us on Facebook and Twitter at SneakerheadsMTL, and subscribe to our YouTube page so you can always get the updates on the next videos and what's dropping. Have a good one. Take care.